Everyone. Welcome to our Sunday service. Welcome to East Bay Church of Religious Science. Welcome to our online community, family, and friends. We are so excited that you are here with us this morning. Thank you for choosing East Bay Church. My name is Tina Bathsheba Harambe. I am a licensed practitioner here at East Bay Church. And get ready to just feel nothing but some love, some inspiration, and some fulfillment knowing who you are and what you are as a living spirit. So we're grateful to have you. And we'll pass it on now to Kev Choice in Bay.
Give thanks, all praise. How y'all feeling this morning? Y'all feeling good? Are y'all ready to spread some love? To feel the spirit in the space? I hope you come to be uplifted, to be inspired, to be connected. Just feel the love and the energy in this beautiful space we call East Bay Church of Religious Science. At this moment, I just want you to send a smile, send a handshake, give a hug, give a nod to someone, to a neighbor, someone in the room. Spread love all around the room. Spread love all around the room. Spread some love all around. Say hello to somebody. Come on. Spread love all around the room. Spread love all around the space. Come on. Spread love all around the space. Spread love. Say hello to somebody like you. Spread universal love all around the world. This one for my people near and far. Y'all playing it. Hit me with the sound that'll touch your heart. Blessed like a message that was sent from God. I spread universal love all around the town. Some claim they are the queen, but I wear the crown. Shining like the biggest and the brightest star. Blessed like a message that was sent from God. Spread love all around the world.
All around the world, this is for my people near and far.
With the sound that'll touch
your heart,
blessings like a message
that was sent from God.
So universal love
all around the world.
We all kings and queens, and we want to shining like the biggest and the brightest
stars.
Blessings like a message
that was sent from God.
Spread love all around the world.
Spread love all around the world. Spread love all around the world.
Oh, we gotta wake them up real quick. Wake them up real quick. My morning on this beautiful day. I woke up with my mind on the spirit, hey. Woke up this morning with my mind.
You know that we are staying on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind, staying on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind. My mind, you know that we are staying on spirit. All day long I keep my mind. Come on, stand up, y'all. Staying on spirit. All day long I keep my mind. Where we going now? Staying on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Woke up this morning with my mind, yeah, stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind, stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind. You know that we are stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Cavs Choice Ensemble in the building. Woo.
Wow. Thank you, Jen Johns. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. So as we center ourselves for prayer, recognizing that we are the prayer. We're the vibration, the tune, the energy. We're the melody. We are the perfect vision of what God is. And that vision, that energy, that note of truth is resonating in every part of your beingness. And that truth is that I am and you are and we are one with this divine power. It is the oneness that has been breathing in us, as us, for us. It is that breath that said at the very first breath of your breath, I love you. And every breath that you're breathing, it's all that it is saying is, I love you. For God is love. You are love. We are love. And it is this love that is expanding in our consciousness to remind us of whose we are and what we are. And that this expandedness of our consciousness is recognizing that there is a mysticism that is constantly talking with us, praying with us, walking with us through this thing that we called life. And so this morning, I am so grateful to be here with you, to be in prayer with you, knowing that we are the prayer to our ancestors. Knowing that as Assada Shakur made her transition, that there was a revolutionary spirit that was being watered in each and every one of us to continue to stand in this truth, power, and presence and speak to it. That we're here. We will be here. And in the presence of being here, we know who we are and we're serving as the mighty Spirit of God. We're moving. So I'm just grateful for our board of trustees and the consciousness that they have. I'm grateful that they see beyond the walls of this church and know the truth and this expansiveness of this ministry, this church. I'm giving thanks for our practitioners who are forever praying, knowing the truth, recognizing that there is nothing beyond the truth, that there is no circumstance that they can't see beyond and pray for and know, from your finances to your relationship to medical, whatever it may be. They know at the core of what they see is your soul is perfect, it's whole, it's complete, and that perfection will always be, regardless of circumstances or situations. I'm giving thanks that this ministry that is led by Reverend Dereca is a ministry of truth. That she's here to revolutionize not only the consciousness of us, but also East Bay Church, Oakland, and the world. That we stand in this truth, be in this truth, and know it. And so I just give thanks for you. I give thanks for your love and your presence. I give thanks that you're powerful, you're mighty. And I give thanks that you heard that I love you, I see you, I appreciate you, and I know who you are. And so we give thanks and we close this prayer by saying, Ashe, amen, and so it is.
So it is.
And so it is. Thank you. So let's continue in the truth. Let's continue to be powerful and presence in this truth. We are now going to have God is the only power. We're going to have Shanette to come up and do the God is the Only Power. And then it will be on our screen, and we welcome you to stand and to say, God is the only power with us. So we'll have it in English and Spanish. God is the only power in my life. Nothing from without can touch the perfect life of God within me. No past experience has power over me. I am a perfect child of God, and nothing that anyone has ever done or said can interfere with my divine birthright. The power of God is greater than any circumstance in my life. The strength of God is mine to use. Turning away from all feelings of inadequacy, I discover that all that I need is within me right now. As I forgive the past, I find that I have nothing to atone for and nothing to run away from. Casting off the old me, I discover my true self. I take dominion in my life. Old habits have no power over me. Conditions have no power over me. Personalities have no power over me. I take dominion. I am whole. I am free. I am complete, now and forevermore. And so it is. Yes.
Buenos dias. I just wanted to give honor to Reverend Dereca, Reverend Eloise Oliver, and Reverend Bathsheba. So thank you. I'm grateful for traveling grace and mercy from Bali, Indonesia from Vietnam, passing around Hurricane Regasa. I'm truly blessed and very, very grateful. Together, Dios es el único poder en mi vida. Nada de afuera puede tocar la vida perfecta de Dios hay dentro de mí. Soy un niño perfecto de Dios y nada que cualquiera haya hecho o dicho puede intervenir con mi primogenitura divina. El poder de Dios es más fuerte que cualquier circunstancia en mi vida. La fuerza de Dios es mía para utilizar, olvidando los sentimientos de insuficiencia. Yo descubro que todo lo que necesito hasta dentro de mí en este momento. Cuando perdone el pasado, let's repeat that. Cuando perdone el pasado, encuentro que no tengo nada para espiar o escapar. Olvidando mi antigua persona, yo descubro mi verdadera persona. Yo tomo dominio en mi vida. Los hábitos antiguos no tienen poder sobre mí. Las condiciones no tienen poder sobre mí. Las personalidades no tienen poder sobre mí. ¿Quién? Yo tomo dominio. Soy entero. Soy libre. Soy completo. Ahora y para siempre. Es así. Sí. Sí.
Thank you, Shanette. All right, it's time for us to welcome our first-time guest to East Bay Church of Religious Science. We would love for you to stand. We're not going to ask you to say anything, but we would like to acknowledge you. And so if you're here for the very first time, if you would please stand. Woohoo! Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to East Bay. Please stay standing. We have gifts for you. And our drummer's here for the very first time as well. So if we can have thank you for our drummer who's up here for the very first time. And if you don't mind, if you can all continue to stand, because we want to make sure that you receive this East Bay love energy. And we're thankful this morning that you chose to come here with us. So we just want to let you know that. Let's stretch our hands out, community. We know what to do. Say, we see you. We see you. We appreciate you. And we thank God for creating you. Welcome.
Good morning. Give thanks for this opportunity to share our musical vibrational expression as part of this service today. We're going to uplift the energy in the room. We're going to call in one of our ancestors, all of our ancestors, but especially giving love and reverence to, I call her the godmother of the hip-hop generation, Assada Shakur. She's also the godmother of one of our hip-hop ancestors, Tupac Shakur. You know, a lot of times people ask me, you know, why do I still rap? Why do I even want to, you know, I'm a pianist, a composer, arranger, all these things, but why do I still choose to express in the way as a lyricist? And it's because of the power of words, which a lot of our mentors taught us, and also the message that we could bring forth with the words and the power of hip-hop. You know, I learned a lot from reading Assada Shakur's work and also just studying her movement, you know, about revolutionary resistance, about global liberation, about radical self-determination, about courage and survival, about literature as liberation, and also just about oneness in this global movement of resistance. Not only struggle, but struggle through the power of love. Love for our people, love for ourselves. We're going to uplift love. We're going to uplift radical self-determination in this moment. So let's just give a round of applause for our ancestor, Assada Shakur, and just the beauty and the blessing of her life. And I have some queens with me in the space who are continuing in that legacy, who are going to help with these two songs. Let's give it up for Jen Johns in the building, and Ryan Nicole in the building. You know, we have our own Assadas right here in our space, so let's give it up for that. We're going to express a little movement. I'm going to just start it off real quick, just something recently that I shared. Like I said, this is the legacy, especially at a time when our political leaders are even challenging our own community, saying that we are so far gone, saying that the things that are happening in our community are worthy of bringing in National Guard or ICE agents. And we know that the power of the words is the resistance against those type of acts. Is that right? We are here to protect our people and our community. Is that right?
That's right.
And we take this energy in this space and we take it out in the community and share and love. And they said we so far gone. I want you to think about your own acts of service, your own acts of involvement. Because we know we are an involved community here at East Bay. We stay involved and engaged in things that are going on around us. That is also the legacy of Assada Shakur, being engaged in our struggle for liberation. So far gone, Oakland, where revolutions are born. COINTELPRO committed crimes from the government arms. Sabotage the movement, CIA-led crack movement. Efforts to discredit Huey P. Newton has been proven. Poverty-stricken, survival of the fittest, illegal guns on the street. Who allowed them to get shipped in? It's no coincidence. We victims of a crooked system. Hard-working class often exploited by capitalism. Power to the people, Black Panther wisdom at the symphony with Angela Davis conducting Freedom's playlist. Come on. Home of ancient rhythms, cultures with roots, Latin, Asian, African, Native. Diversity, one of our greatest attributes. Gentrification, forced displacement made it harder to maintain the spaces we built for generations and maintain the fruits of our labor. Entrepreneurs, creators who speak the truth, I wouldn't trade it for any place in the whole wide world. Often victims exaggerated, fabricated. We dedicated to justice and innovation. With so much pride, we claiming only the strong survive because we get robbed of the basics. Housing and jobs, discrimination, ICE agents, National Guard, CIA infiltrating. We won't take it. Won't be peace until there's liberation. Crime been dropping. We got our problems we can solve on our own. Release them Epstein files and leave us alone.
Come on, come on, come on.
Ooh, yeah.
Because we just came to start a movement. We came to start a movement.
Movement.
We came to move a movement. This is the movement.
Movement.
This is movement music.
Movement, music. Movement. Sing that.
Movement.
Music. Movement.
I need y'all to clap on.
Music.
Come on.
Movement. Music.
Hey.
Movement. Music.
Come on.
Movement.
Spirituality.
Music. Movement.
Spread love. That's the movement.
Movement. Have choice.
Hey, call the radio, telling them we protesting courses. Yeah, we ready to get off it. They don't see our movement. We came to get down and prove it. Every day just striving. Oakland, California, every day just surviving. My mindset on the consciousness. I gotta do it for my people on the continent, all the way to Africa, all the way to Palestine. I do it for the love straight from divine. I do it representing one time. My people in government committing worse crimes. We do it for the love in the life. We do it for the love in the life. We do it for the love in the life. It's the movement and we gotta get it right, yo.
Movement, music. Movement.
We came to start a movement.
Hey.
We came to start a movement.
We say,
Ryan
sí
Nicole,
se
yo.
puede. Yo, we marched in March. In spring, we spring forward with cars and cars ajusta. Party political, party presente, advertisement. Party political, get active, llega activamente. Dance on the movement, no matter what them say, the nothing won't lead you astray. Hey, 2 steps, dancing, we set and we swinging our best. We groove it on out, if you're swinging your sweat, you reach for the sun and you sway to the left, get wrecked. Hey, don't fret, we tap on, we march and we sing our protest. Capoeira, being a daily process. Interconnect, said we interconnect. We say it, come on, movement, music. Say movement, hey music. We say movement, hey music. We say movement, hey.
This is that boom boom knock it, that sound bass slumping, that system resistance that's in us can't stop it. For the love of revolution, the ideals, restitution, we make reparations for enslavement in the basement that knock it. It's freedom gets open, on freedom we define it. Self-reliant, that Gucci chocolate, and the science of mind says it's mine, so let's use it to free up this freedom. A movement.
What we say? We say
movement, music,
hey,
movement,
music. Come on, movement, hey,
movement,
music, hey, movement, music.
movement, 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 music.
It's a movement.
Movement, movement, music.
It's a movement in your mind. It's a movement in your heart.
Huh?
It's a movement in your spirit.
Come on.
It's a movement in your soul.
Come on.
It's a movement in your mind.
In your
It's a movement in your heart.
your
It's a movement in your spirit.
In your
It's a
spirit.
movement in your soul. One more
Soul.
time. It's a movement in your mind. Consciousness.
In your
It's a
mind.
movement in your heart.
In your
It's a movement in your spirit.
Your
It's a
spirit.
movement in your soul.
In your
It's a movement in
soul.
our mind.
In your mind.
It's a movement in our heart.
Yeah.
It's a movement in your spirit. East
Your
Bay
spirit.
Come on, fix up, say
Movement,
hands up, hands up.
movement, music.
It's a
Say
movement.
movement. Lift every voice
It's a
and sing.
Movement.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Till earth and heaven ring. Woo!
Music. Hey.
Movement.
Move. I say.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmony of liberty. Yeah. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling All right. We just going for it. Come on. You gotta love that you go to a church or a concert, a revolution concert, just break out in the middle of service. Hands up! Guru! We feel it again. This weight is heavy like stones, and they won't break your back. We got to push on. We know this ain't right, and we carry on. We bind our freedom from flight. Alright, these are Babylon, but there's a fire. It's burning now out of control, and I'm the siren. My people, it's time to rejoice. We got to go live, 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 go live. Yeah! The structure been falling. It's not safe for us in here. We heeding the calling. I will not live in fear. But where do we go? What system is this? I'm letting just show me I am not worried about this, 'cause there's a fire. It's burning now out of control, and I'm the siren. My people, it's time to rejoice, 'cause there's a fire. It's burning now out of control, and I'm the siren. My people, listen, yeah! Go ahead.
It is our duty. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
That is Ryan Nicole, Clark Sims, Lily James, Kev Choice, and Jen Johns. Tribute to Assada Shakur. It is our duty. I know. We're going to talk about it. This fighting. Words have power. But there comes a time, Ernest Holmes has 5 steps in treatment. He didn't even have 5 steps, but that's another, you got to take a class. We'll talk about that. But there are 5 steps in affirmative prayer that we practice here in religious science. We talk about first recognition of God. That's the place we come from. Everything we're talking about here is a love action. It is because of the love of humanity that we must fight for our freedom. This is our come from. This is our sacred activism. Next is unification. We recognize that God stuff that we're talking about, all those qualities, we talked about this last week, of God, they're the qualities of me, but they're also the qualities of everybody else. That's why. What you do to the least of these, you do to me. That's why. The third step is realization. This is when we declare or realize the truth, we name it, we state it, and expect it. We look for the good, and we state it and expect it. Now, this is the part. This is why we call it affirmative prayer, because what we do in the middle of our prayers here is we affirm the truth, regardless to the conditions. We see the conditions. We're not ignoring them. But we know a greater truth when we're rooted in our spirituality. When we're rooted in our ancestry, we know there's nothing too big or small for God. We know, as Susan Taylor likes to say, this is not the rough side of the mountain. Our people been through way worse than this. We've been prepping for this, right? And so we speak to that condition. But right there, I'm going to tell you, Holmes also had another kind of prayer. He called it denial. There are times when the conditions are such that it is important that we resist with our minds the falsehood that's being taught. They call it in religious science race consciousness, not like race like black, white, brown, race like human race. There's a consciousness that we have established in this human race, and it's getting kind of wild out here in these streets. And because it's coming at us from every angle, it's coming at us in the government, it's coming at us in the media, it's coming at us in the education system, it's coming at us, we're going to have to invoke this power of denial. This is the resistance that we're talking about. It is our duty to fight these ideas by replacing them with the truth. All the time. All the time. You cannot be getting your news from a source of information that is telling you a lie. And then being like, look at them lying. No, don't look at them lying. Turn away. Turn away from this false information that keeps appearing real. That's what fear is. False evidence appearing real. Got it? Fear. False evidence appearing real. Assada Shakur is the original fake news. Some of y'all was there. Y'all know that they put up posters in every post office, in every bank, everywhere, saying she was accused of about 5,000 crimes, all at the same time. She robbed 6 banks and 3 people and shot these people, and then she threatened these people, and then people would look at her. She said the people would come to meet her, and they'd be like, dang, I thought you was going to be massive and big. They said you was fighting the police, and you beat up all these people, and you're just little, and your soul is gentle. Fake news, everything that this regime is doing, they've been testing on my people for hundreds of years. So don't despair, because we've been beating them at that game for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. We wouldn't even be here worshiping together like this if we collectively, not just black folks, but all conscious beings hadn't come together and said, No. We was in the courts fighting when they were saying we was 3/5 human. Do you understand? This is not the rough side of the mountain. It's ugly. We're not ignoring that. But we have something for this. We have something bigger than this. My mama says she served an awesome God. I'm going to see if the choir can sing that next Sunday. You need to know your God is awesome for an occasion like this. What is your God? Awesome. So that we can stop moving in this fear. We have to have a different idea about this. And Assada herself had a different idea. I want to read it to you. This is the 21st century, and we need to redefine rev evolution. She had an R with a slash. So every time you hear me say it, I'm going to say, trying to pronounce the R slash for you, it's rev evolution. That's what I'm going to call it for today. You can call it what you need to call it. This planet needs a people's rev evolution, a humanist rev evolution. Don't sound like the bloodthirsty killer they was talking about, does she? A rev evolution is not about bloodshed or about going to the mountains and fighting. I noticed there's some policing going on Facebook around who should be saying Assada's name. You know, we saw the cancel culture is so deep, man. You shouldn't be saying Assada's name if you wasn't prepared to die to fight. And it's like, well, we always want to have one part of who somebody is, the part that works for whatever narrative we're pushing. So I'm going to push this Assada right here because these are her actual words. Rev evolution is not about bloodshed or about going to the mountains and fighting. We will fight if we are forced to. Say that. Just so y'all not confused about who your minister is. We will fight if we are forced to, but the fundamental goal of revolution, evolution must be peace. That is what sacred activism is. The goal of it is peace. The modality of it is love. The reason is for protecting our divinity. Assada says we need a evolution. Look, I'm like evolution of the mind. We need a evolution of the heart. We need a evolution of the spirit. She understood the assignment. See, everybody who adores her doesn't understand the fullness of the assignment that is revolution. You want one part. You want the fire. There's a fire. But the fire is to go live because you got to hear the chorus. You understand? The power of the people is stronger than any weapon. A people's evolution can't be stopped. We need to be weapons of mass construction. What she's saying is we got to build something. We can't just be talking about what we don't want. We got to start building the things that we do want. Weapons of mass love. So when people out here posting about Assada, post that. It's not enough just to change the system. We need to change ourselves. Oh, shoot, now she's starting to sound like religious science out here. Hold on. Ooh, some people want to get me for even saying that. We have got to make this world user-friendly. User-friendly. We're making it too hard. She said, are you ready to sacrifice to end world hunger? To sacrifice to end colonialism, to end neo-colonialism, to end racism, to end sexism? I was talking to Reverend E the other day, and I said, well, you know, she was like talking about things we need at the church. And I said, well, Reverend E, you know, a lot of folks are tired. She said, then you're not teaching them right. I was like, oh, where is my notepad? Okay. Because nothing gives you more life and more energy than being of service. Okay. Right, look, I stopped right there. I didn't say, oh, yes, ma'am. That's what you say to that. Evolution means the end of exploitation. It means the respecting people from other cultures. Evolution is creative, right? What are you creating in your conversation during the week? What are you creating? Fear? Anger? What are we creating? Evolution means treating your mate as a friend and an equal. Because it's not just about what we do out in the streets, right? Somebody told me when I was in the middle of the Oscar Grant movement that the most revolutionary thing I could do was raise a healthy family, and I took my daughter home. And people were mad at me because I wasn't out there when they was burning up the cars. I was like, I was at home feeding my babies, because that's a lesson from the Black Power movement, if you know, right? Evolution is sexy. Well, that's so good. You know what I'm saying? Because we try to make it so serious all the time. And Assada has given us permission. Bless you, sister. Evolution means respecting and learning from your children. This is why we love her. You people want to know, well, what, you going to celebrate Assada? Yes, I absolutely am. Evolution is beautiful. Evolution means protecting the people, the plants, the animals, the air, the water. Evolution means saving this planet. Evolution, according to Assada Shakur, is love. So that is the mission we are on today. Is how to have a love evolution. Y'all in? Let's do it. Let's do it. It's also National Hispanic Heritage Month, and I would really like to invite folks who have folks in that community that they want to celebrate. It goes from September 15th to October 15th. So the next couple of weeks, if you want to send me stuff, or if you have somebody you'd like to come up and celebrate, I'd love to have that happen. I want to particularly acknowledge, while we're talking about Assada, the government of Cuba. One of the reasons why Assada means so much to us is she got away. She was one of the ones who was railroaded, and we knew. And they beat her. There's so many things. You gotta read the book if you haven't. There's so many things they did to her, and her spirit was that she is the definition of indomitable. She held her head high. She held her principles. She put them above her body, but she also practiced that balance and decided to have a baby, because she was not going to let them, she said, I will not let them kill the imagination of my children in here. She was willing to make sacrifices to be in balance. I want to thank the government of Cuba, and I know there's complicated relationships with that government. I'm not making a referendum on the whole thing. I'm talking about what it is to have a black and brown unity. See, we're not sure. Some black folks are still not sure about the black and brown unity. I need you to get on board, right? Because I know about the Latinos for Black Lives Matter in this community right here that stood up when it was time to stand up for black bodies, when it was time to stand up to the riders, when it was time to stand up for Oscar Grant, when it was time to stand beside the Panthers from New York to California. I know about that. So I wanted to celebrate that today as part of the legacy of Assada, that it is brown folks who said, we will protect your sister. And they protected her till the day she died. So when we talk about that radical oneness, we have an opportunity to return the favor right here in the Bay as ICE descends on this community. Yes? Because every kind of threat has been put against Cuba. They have been willing to hold firm. So can we hold firm for our friends and family and neighbors right here in the Bay? Okay. Tiffany, will you come? We are going to share some of what we are doing to prepare for this love-rooted resistance. So Tiffany has some slides. I just want to say, Tiffany is still relatively new to East Bay. I think we're at a year. We're not quite a year, almost. It seemed like it. Right? She's like, nope, not yet, but we close. And last week after service, we had our sacred activism meeting, and 30, 40 plus of you stayed after some till 3:15. And Tiffany led a fantastic meeting. We had another fantastic meeting on Wednesday with Heart and Soul with another 45 people. Oakland Center and Crystal and their sacred activism are all. So the movement is coming together. And a minister you might know just became the chair of the Global Sacred Activism Committee. So let's go, Tiffany.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tiffany. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I'm grateful to be here with you all this morning, celebrating the legacy of Assada Shakur. And grateful to have found this community. And, you know, it's in that spirit that I want to share what we can do to protect this space and the people within it. So first, I think it's important to say that, you know, we haven't yet seen the level of ICE raids that we have seen in LA yet. And I'm grateful every day that, you know, I live downtown Oakland and we have street vendors, and I'm grateful every time I see them on the street that they feel safe to continue their businesses. And I also know that if the government doesn't shut down this Tuesday and that so-called big, beautiful bill, that money goes through and flows toward ICE, that, you know, we need to still be prepared to protect this community in case they come this way. I think it's important to pursue joy and community wherever we can find it, and at the same time not be taken off guard if the situation changes. So Reverend Dereca asked me to share a few pointers that I've learned from the various trainings that I've attended over the last month or so. So the first thing I want you to know is that if ICE shows up at our doors, we have the right to protect this space and the people in it. The law does give ICE the power to enter places of worship, but they cannot legally enter this church without a judicial warrant. That's a warrant that's signed by a judge, that has a seal, a date, a name. And I learned recently that only 2% of the cases where ICE is engaging folks do they have that warrant. So if they don't have that warrant, they shouldn't even be asking permission to come in here. So what does this mean for us? It means that if they show up, first take a deep breath. find your feet and remain calm. It means if the church doors are closed at the time, you don't need to open them. You are not required to. If they say they have something to show you, they can push it under the door. If the doors are open, peaceably hold them at the door, in the foyer or in the front office, until you find a designated point person who can be reached. Because even with a judicial warrant, they aren't allowed to enter into private spaces, and we can determine what those private spaces are. Secondly, we want to direct and assume our roles rather than engage ICE. So our goal is to direct the situation. So our protocol is to call for backup immediately if it's even before there's any interaction with ICE. If you just see them in the neighborhood or near the premises, call rapid response. And I've also posted the number to the rapid response line on the Sacred Activism bulletin board down the hallway. Sure, you can save it in your phones right now. The number is 510-241-4011. And this alerts a network of people who have volunteered to be on the rapid response call list to come out and assess the scene for you so that we aren't alone. Secondly, know your rights. You are not obligated to speak to ICE agents or answer any questions about our church or the members within, and that includes yourself. So protect the identities of our community, and that includes your own. Thank you. Contact a designated point person. So that, for now, is Reverend Arlene, Reverend Dereca, and myself. If there's other people who have been trained rapid response, and I know there have been, please feel free to reach out to me and we can add your name to the list. I just didn't want to volunteer you. Record everything. If it's safe to do so, you can start recording video immediately and use a calm, objective voice to narrate what is happening as you record the video. So this documentation can be critical evidence, whether or not they detain someone, if they break the law. It's good to have everything that happened on record. And for everyone else who is not directly involved, your role is to hold a space of quiet, calm, and prayer. And if it happens to be a Sunday, if it feels safe to do so, to continue the service. In conclusion, I just want to say that I choose to hold two truths at once. I choose to believe that, that harm will not come to anyone here because we are holding that fact in our prayers. And also, I heard again and again last week at our Sacred Activism gathering that action is a prayer as well. And so, as Reverend Dereca reminded us last weekend, we are co-creators with the Creator. And by being prepared and trained to respond peaceably and calmly, we are helping to co-create safety along with God. So some of us will guard the door, some of us will call for help, some of us will document, and all of us will pray, because all of it is a prayer.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. If you attended the Sacred Activism meeting last week, raise your hand. I just want you to get a sense there are folks in the room who are actively engaged, and there will be another one. I think we're going to do them 4th Sundays. Yep, so 1 month from today, there'll be another one. And Tiffany is preparing a listserv where we can share information on an ongoing way with folks who want to get informed. And all of that information, we wanted to give it to you during service, because wherever you are, these are our good principles for all of the things that are going on. We have, unfortunately, churches being shot up this morning in my home state of Michigan. And I'm really proud. We had Dr. Sonny Cantrell here last week, who is our CSL global president and our senior leader. And if you go to csl.org, CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living, is the broader organization that we're a part of. And if you go to the website, she did a statement speaking out about the violence in our nation, right? And yes, she included Charlie Kirk in that, but she included everybody in that, because we're not going to focus on one isolated incident, nor are we going to exclude one isolated incident. I know we're not going to be the ones that are out here supporting anybody's death, right? Because we are very clearly coming from this activism. There's a reason why, I've been an activist for a very long time. And I went to ministerial school because I wanted my activism to be rooted in my spirituality. I wanted that to be the come from. And so I have principles in this for how we're going to operate, and I see you in that way. And so I just remind you, as we're out here, social media has become such a huge way. Hey, I miss you. Sorry, some people, you just see it, you're like, oh. I feel that way about all of you, but sometimes when I haven't seen someone in a while, it just warms my heart. It's good to see you. Social media has become this way of skewing our perception. It has skewed our perception. You understand there's an algorithm that is giving you more of whatever you click on. So if you're wondering why the world is so awful, it's because that's what you keep clicking on. I'm just keep it real with you. A lot of times you're telling me about stuff or sending me stuff I don't even know exists because it's not in my algorithm. You understand? That's not in my algorithm. That's not what I'm clicking on. Now, I'm not telling you I don't want to know any of it. I do want to know some of it, and I appreciate that. But at least at the minimum, try to have a balance and do a fast. Do a fast and watch what happens. I've shared with you that I went to take care of my grandmother who had dementia, and I literally unplugged the television. I said, oh, it's not working. Because it's not working when it's unplugged, right? It wasn't. And I called my father. I know you're watching, Daddy, so I'm going to tell again. And I called him. I was like, y'all got to stop doing this. She watches MSNBC 24 hours a day, and she's just so angry. And I put on music, and I got her one of those Google Home things, even though, I'm still kind of funny about all the things talking to me in the house. But I told her, and she would say, Google, play Nina Simone. Hey, Google, play Sweet Honey in the Rock. Hey, Google. And she got Mahalia Jackson. I came home one day, and she thought it was a DJ in the machine. And so she started telling me, she said, I know they mad. I had them playing Marvin Gaye all day. But her mood changed. Her mood changed. She wanted to talk about her favorite song when she was little, which was Accentuate the Positive. You got to accentuate the positive and live. So I put on YouTube and we watched 25 versions of Accentuate the Positive. And let me tell you, everybody got one. And so we watched all the versions. Do you understand what will happen to your mind if you accentuate the positive? The theme for Global CSL today is Mission Possible. Today is a day where we talk about the power of hope. The power of hope will change the cells in your body. It will change your mindset. It will change your mood. Do not be the bearer of bad news to everybody all the time. And I'm not saying we're going to be the kumbaya, put your head in the ground. As you can see, you're going to come here and get good information. But go someplace where they're giving you information you could do something with. Besides complain, besides worry, besides be afraid, besides look at the roadkill like, oh, it's awful, it's awful, it's awful. Well, and so it is. Because here's the thing, I flew out to D.C. Friday morning to be with Congresswoman Latifah Simon and Mayor Barbara Lee for Congresswoman Simon's constituent breakfast. So it was me, Kamal Bell, and Mayor Barbara Lee that were her guests on the dais. So I flew out to do that in D.C. as part of the Congressional Black Caucus weekend. And when I went back with Latifah to her office, Congresswoman Simon, like, that's so good. When I went back with the Congresswoman to her office, like, oh, that's my a beautiful, beautiful thing. And this is something we get to be proud of our congresswoman, right? And there were people there that were talking about Oakland and the legacy of who we have sent. People it was a brother there, I don't know where he was from, but he was talking about, I was here when you sent Ron Dellups, and I was here when you sent Barbara Lee, and now we here to welcome Latifah Simon, and we're proud of you, Oakland. That's our district. That's our Congress people. That's how we show up. And he said, we're the ones that vote with our conscience. People won't vote with their conscience. They say, oh, that's not going to win. I'm not going to it's political suicide to vote like that. Not for Barbara Lee, it wasn't. We all had bumper stickers. Barbara Lee speaks for me. You understand? Lone dissenter. And now our sister, Congresswoman Latifah Simon, whose baby was blessed right here in this church by East Bay, you understand? Who I married alongside with Kamala Harris, and who I was there when her husband took his last breath. These are our family members that are sitting in Congress right now. And I said to Latifah, we're not doing a good job of telling the stories. They do a good job of telling the stories, because I actually have been taking more of an interest in the right and their thinking. Because there's a story in the Bible about two mothers who are fighting over a baby. And they're arguing about whose baby it is. And the judge says, well, I'll tell you what we do. We just split the baby down the middle. And each of you can have half. And one woman says, fine. And the other woman says, absolutely not. Just give the baby to her. And the judge says, you're the mother. I know you're the mother. Because you're the one who cares enough about the thing to not want to see it get split in half. You see where I'm going with this? Because I got a question for you. What are we going to do with them when we win? When we win, then what? We going to do to them what they did to us? Is that the plan? What's the plan? What are we going to do to them? Ugh. You ain't even thinking about that. You just trying to fight to make sure we win. That's good. We need to do that. But we need to have a bigger plan, because nobody is going to sign up for the plan we on right now, which is, I want them all locked up. How we running around talking about what a felon he is when we're supposed to be the ban the box people? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's a felon. Huh. Interesting. Aren't we the community that was supposed to be helping returning citizens? Aren't we the ones with the prison ministry? Aren't we the ones that's been trying to decriminalize folks? And now all of a sudden he a felon, and we like, we gonna use that because we willing to go low. And that's the only way we lose. Is if we lose our principles, if we lose our values. That's the only way we lose. And so now is the time to decide what we believe. I got a plan for them. I believe, and it started, actually, let me tell you who gave me this, Brother Tete. I know he don't think, sometimes my elders don't think I'd be listening because I fight first and then reflect later. And so Brother Tete told me, he said, I think Trump is going to change his mind. I was like, I don't know. And he was like, did you hear his inauguration speech? He said this and this and this. And I was like, But what I liked was that there was somebody who was imagining a different outcome. I was like, okay, Brother Tete, imagine a different outcome. I like this idea. So then I started saying, well, okay, I don't know if I agree with that, but I could imagine a different outcome. And so I started paying attention to the way in which the tide is already turning. Because I'm a history major. If you pay attention, this thing is just a pendulum swing. It goes in one direction, and then it goes in the other direction. It goes in one direction, and then it goes in the other direction. And so already, if you're paying attention, there are folks who are disaffecting from that camp. Now, I need to tell you, there's people in this church who voted for Trump, so I'm making a whole lot of assumptions, but I know what I'm talking about. And you can pay attention because, for instance, there's a little thing like we're only going to deport criminals. And when people started getting people that they loved in their communities deported,
They were like, this ain't what you said you were going to do. Some people who were Latinos for Trump were very shocked if they were from Venezuela, right? It was like, oh, this isn't what you said you were going to do. But if all we see is the enemy, then we're not even paying attention to they're looking for a new home. That's how they got the middle in the first place. They started paying attention and said, oh, these people are feeling a little attacked by the left. We can capitalize on that.
Now you got the Epstein files. And people are going, this matters to us, and you lied to us about this. You said you were going to do this, and you didn't do that. And this is all an opportunity, not just from a political strategy place, but from a sacred oneness kind of place, from a place of you can't afford to demonize half this country just the way that they've done, because then there's no future. If you really believe that what we should do is just cut the baby down to half, then you probably should just go ahead and find a new homeland, because that ain't going to work. It's not working right now. People are ready to fight. Somebody has got to hold the moral high ground. Somebody has got to be willing to say, I see hope on the horizon. And it's hard to do right now. So if that's not you, it's okay. All I'm going to ask you to do is just unplug just a little bit from the doom and despair conversation. Just unplug a little bit. I promise we're going to make sure you get the news you need for the basic things that we need to resist. But be honest, how much of what you're getting is news? How much of what you're getting is actionable? That you getting ready to do something differently because of what you just heard? Most of what we're getting is just fear. 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 It is our duty to fight, but to fight from a place of creativity. And I've been finally reading, some of y'all should have just hog-tied me and made me read Rest is Resistance by Trisha Hersey. I have been finally reading that, and some of what we need to do to resist is rest. Some of us need to rest so that we have the opportunity to dream of something different. That's what we need. We need a quantum leap forward right now. So we need to be in the dream space. And let me tell you how, I remember one time my mother had decided that we should move in together to save money so we could both, buy a house. And I was like, look, Lord, and I was like, nah, Mom. And you know how she got me? She was like, well, that's how Asians save money. I was like, my mama pulled a race card on me. Like, you're not being collective in your mindset as a black person. And I was thinking to myself about this rest and what it means. When I was at Stanford, Trisha came down, and we used to just take naps in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week. And how she got me in this book is she actually talked about slavery as the model for capitalism. That the way capitalism was designed is based on the dehumanization of the worker. And she said grind culture, for those of you who are like, I wake up grinding, she said grind culture is disrespectful to our ancestors because it was literally designed on their backs. I was like, woo, I'm not going to be disrespectful to my ancestors. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. So basically, go lay down. Go lay down. It was a whole meme, a whole movement. We all deserve rest. And she talked about she was in ministerial school, and she was reading slave narratives, and they were talking about having a yoke on their back and the ways in which they had to work even when they were sick, and how people died, literally dropped dead in the fields because they would not let them rest when they were sick. And at the same time, she got sick, and her boss said, well, can you just come in for a few hours? And she was like, whoop, there it is, right there. This is the same thing. And here's the thing about that, is that while slavery is specific to people of African descent, Grind culture is not. This is the way most of us have been taught to function in America. And so here's what Tricia Hersey has to say about that. She said, I know that saving my own life from the exhaustion of racism, poverty, and sexism made space for all, no matter their race, to also begin the dismantling process from these systems. My view of Black liberation is being a balm for all our humanity. So when we talk here about Assada, about rest as resistance, when we talk about these things, these are the models that folks are figuring out that work against racism, also work against sexism, also work against ableism, also work against homophobia, also work against grind culture, also work against oppression and tyranny and fascism. It's all one thing. And so we need to be so vigilant about balance. Balance. This is why we have been reading for so long what it takes to heal. Because what it takes to heal the world is we also have to be well ourselves. And what it takes to be well for some of us is we need to rest. For some of us, what it takes to be well is we need to ask for help. How many people have trouble asking for help? Raise your hand and look around. Look around. Now, here you are. Some folks don't have no spiritual community. Here you are in a spiritual community. All these people, at least half the room, said they have trouble asking for help. What if we make help right here? If we make it easier to ask for? What if we all help each other? And then it's just a lot easier to ask because it's right here, being offered right here. That's what the sacred savor, the sacred service is all about. That's why Reverend E said is especially if you're sick and tired. That's the best time to be of service because nothing will get you out of that. Ask her how she knows. Reverend E is 94. And every week she is praying with somebody at some hospital, at some jail, at somebody's house, at her house, at my house, at this house, right? And that's how she got to be 94 and still touching her toes and running up and down the aisle. Do you understand? But she also is religious about taking care of her body and what she puts into it, right? So there are things that we need to do to help each other. I know I'm just starting to develop a better relationship with my body, praise God. And I was in the ER 2 nights ago because I'm trying to adjust my diet, and my body was like, oh, wait, that's a radical change. Hold on. But we're working it out. Thank you for those of you who knew and for your prayers. So in closing, as we talk about Assada, I want to lift up 3 elements of what has inspired me the most about her. First is her courage. And we're going to need that courage right now in the face of these times. But it wasn't, as you heard, just any old kind of courage. It wasn't just fighting to be fighting. It wasn't just mad to be mad. It was a courage rooted in, number 2, principles. It's her principles that impressed me the most. She was so clear, and it was incontrovertible who she was and what she stood for. She was not willing to be moved on that, not even in the face of her own death. Do you understand? And we've got to know what our principles are that we are willing to stand and live and die for. That's the work that we need to be engaged in. And the other thing that I want, let me just say a little bit about principle. During the Oscar Grant movement, there was this thing where all of a sudden everybody wanted to be new Black Panthers. Y'all remember that? And I was like, putting on a beret does not make you a Panther. That is not how that works. These are disciplined and studied individuals, right? And same for Assada and the Black Liberation Army. These are people who were very disciplined. And so if we're going to engage in true love-based evolution, we're going to have to be disciplined in our principles, or blisscipline, as Reverend Michael likes to say, right? But the last thing about Assada that I really want to lift up is her dedication. even from Cuba. She was writing things, saying things, giving us messages so that we could remember the arc of all of this. It's bigger than what they put in front of us. And one of the things she was most passionate about was that we have different media and different ways of talking to each other. And I heard somebody comment that a lot of folks, when black media came out and said Assada was dead, didn't believe it until white media said so. And that is literally the antithesis of who she was. That we didn't believe in the independent journalists until we needed the mainstream. And if we operate like that, guess what the next 3 years are going to be like? We better decide what our systems of communication are, where we're going to get our information from, how we're going to support each other. I'm always leaning on Reverend Deborah's teaching of the fire triangle. It's good for us to have a spark of resistance. It's important for us to have movement music in here. That bo knocking. I love when Jen just gets really like fiery. We got to have that. Right? Thank you, Kev, for making sure that on this fourth Sunday, we bring the ethos of that hip-hop vibration that we grew up with. That is, I didn't know nothing about Assada until Chuck D said, hard is my calling card. Who knows? Chesimard. And I was like, Chesimard? Who is he? What's Chesimard? I thought it was a thing. I'm looking up Chesimard. And, you know, it wasn't no internet. So I was like, what's Chesimard, right? And that's when I found out who Assada Shakur was. So that's what hip-hop was to us, right? That's how I found out who Haile Selassie was. I remember when he was talking about Farrakhan, he said, don't tell me that you understand until you hear the man. And I was like, ooh, I ain't never heard him. And then I had some questions, but it was good, right? So her dedication is our North Star. Even in exile, she was giving us the inspiration. Reverend E says, when the back cracks, know your position. Don't be in the outfield if you're supposed to be the shortstop. What is your position? Is it your time to rest now? Because you've been doing a lot and you need a breath and a break so that you can dream. Is it your time to do community care? There's people here who need prayer, who need a place to stay, who need somebody to go get groceries because they're scared to go because of ICE, right? We just had ICE arrest a brother who is the superintendent of schools in Des Moines, Iowa. And when I'm talking about the tide changing, the people in Des Moines are not happy about that. Are you seeing them as potential allies? The people who are going, yeah, this ain't what you said we was doing with these deportations. This is an opportunity for us if we're not asleep at the wheel, right? And so here's the moment to figure out, do I join the Sacred Activism Committee or do I help expand the food pantry? Do I, take up prayer or chanting as I started doing? Whatever it is, double down now on your principles. Double down now on your prayer practice. Double down now on your service. We need you more than we ever have. Be intentional about what you let into your mind and also what you say out of your mouth. Name your vision for the future, because you're going to find out if your conversation is in line with your vision for the future if you do that. Divest from violence and grind culture and invest in what Assada told us is the evolution based on balance and love. Thank you. Jen's been coaching me. We got it, didn't we? Come on, Veronica, over here. You got a second. We're going to pray first. Come on, Dr. Cynthia. You coming? While she's coming, can we just thank Dr. Cynthia Chang? I just want to do up here. Dr. Cynthia is one of those people that is involved in just about everything, and we appreciate you. And I'm going to let you do the prayers.
Come with me now. Let us take that nice breath, that breath of life that breathes each one of us to know that in this most holy and sacred moment, God is here with us all. I speak a word of blessing for all those who have put their prayer requests into this box, knowing that the God that watches over me and watches over all of us has already heard our prayer, that our prayers are thoughts going out into the universe, and they are always made manifest exactly as we have prayed them. So I know with absolute knowing that all is well, all is perfect, whole, and complete, and that anyone in need of a prayer, take a moment now to send that loving thought out, breathing in love and sending out peace, to recognize that the ripples that go out from this beloved community make a difference for everyone. So I know that our thoughts are going out into the world, to Oakland, to the greater California, and for all our leaders everywhere to know that they are also being divinely guided, directed, even as I speak. So I release my word to the perfect alchemy of love and law, and we anchor this together by saying, amen, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cynthia. We're going to have Veronica's going to come and lead us in our offering. She has a couple slides to do, and then we'll have Kev is going to do his special version of Om Shanti. I want to let you know I was rereading Assada, and one of the things she talked about was that one of the books that they gave her in prison was Siddhartha, and she learned to practice Om in prison, and I was like, you know, God is perfect. So come on, Veronica. Maxim is our treasurer, and she has a report for us.
Hi, East Bay. Right here? Y'all can hear me okay? All right. So I'm Veronica. I'm the treasurer here. And as promised, each month I'll share an update on our financial health. So this is the day. So today I really just want to start with tremendous gratitude. We have so much good news to share about our financial health and celebrate the abundance flowing through our community. So we've co-created so much together this month, and through today we've received about $51,000 in income, which is great. Let's give. And we have a few days left in the month, and I can really feel the momentum building towards our $58,000 monthly goal. And that really is to meet our basic expenses for things like the mortgage, staff and contractor salaries, and insurance. So your continued generosity is really helping us close our income and expense gap and move us towards the financial stability that allows us to focus on ministry and supporting this community. So our October goal of $60,000 represents more than just meeting expenses. It's really about expanding our capacity to be instruments of love and service in the world. And when we build financial reserves, so that's savings, we build towards our ability to say yes to Spirit's call. Next slide, please. Okay, so we've really done an amazing job. So I want to highlight 3 things that are helping us stay strong. This slide shows the beautiful ways abundance flows through our community. So we have $21,000 now a month in recurring giving from those who've made generosity a spiritual practice. This is up from a few months ago, $14,000. So thank you to everyone who has signed up for recurring giving. This consistent flow creates stability that allows us to plan for the future. Next, our pledge campaign growing together and giving as one is a demonstration of faith in action. So when you pledge beyond your regular giving, you're declaring your belief in our shared vision for this campaign to save, support, and serve. So far, we've raised over $50,000 towards our $181,000 goal. And each pledge is a vote of confidence in what we are building together. So thank you all so much who pledged so far, and there's still opportunities to pledge today and in the future. And this third column, the gifts of time, talent, and treasure that really can't be measured in dollars. So when you share your skills, tend to our sacred space, or support our ministries, you're really embodying the principle that love in action transforms everything it touches. So, excuse me, thank you so much for those who've given your time and energy. And again, because of your generosity in all its beautiful forms, we provide spiritual nourishment, support our community in times of need, and maintain the sanctuary. So thank you, everyone who's supported us thus far. Okay, so this brings us towards our sacred time of offering, a moment to participate consciously in the divine circulation of good. We come forward in a spirit of gratitude for the generous contributions that sustain and grow East Bay. So ushers, if you would please come forward. So you may give using the envelopes, tap to pay with your card, or give online. And I think a slide will come up shortly with our ways to give. If you need an envelope, please raise your hand. And if you need a tap to pay, raise your card. So as we go into this offering, let us center ourselves on this truth. We are channels of infinite abundance, connected in purpose, and united in love.
Every day is priceless. Focus on divine, not the devices. They want to see us mindless. Sometimes I feel I'm spiraling. Until I get reminded. Usually a feeling spirit deep inside reminding me to listen to my rhythm inside her. Seeking alignment, spiritually guided. Every day is priceless. Focus on divine, not these devices. They want to see us mindless. Sometimes I feel I'm spiraling. Gotta stay on. Until I get reminded. Usually a feeling deep inside, I cannot hide it. Telling me what's inside, I shouldn't hide it. Seeking alignment, spiritually guided. Gotta give yourself grace sometimes. Gotta give yourself space sometimes. Gotta slow the pace sometimes. Don't wanna be in this race sometimes. Every moment precious, so don't waste no time. We just need some time. Wanna escape sometimes. Feel like I'm losing my mind. Feel like I'm moving through time and lost through space. Overstimulation, too much low vibration. We losing our connection to the sacred. The world is full of hate and devastation. We getting too complacent. Hold on. Show me where the love is untainted. Show me where the faith is, embrace it. That's the only way we gonna make it. I said, show me where the love is untainted. Show me where the faith is, embrace it. That's the only way we gonna make it. One time, Jen Johnson.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om.
So let's center ourselves as we show gratitude for what we've received today. We bless these gifts and the loving hearts from which they flowed. May they return multiplied, enriching every giver and supporting the unfolding vision of our church. And so it is.
Thank you, Veronica. It's time for our announcements. We have so much that's going on here at East Bay for the month of October, and so just want to make sure you have this information. We have Tai Chi here with Dr. Cynthia that will be taking place. Please see all the information on September 24th and 28th, and that's a Wednesday and a Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. Come out and just experience great health.
Today.
It's today. Sorry. It's today. It's this September. So yes. So we have Pathways to Fatherhood. Do we have the famous Calvin Potts in the building? Yes, we do. And so we just want to acknowledge all the ways that Calvin and his team of folks are coming together to make sure that we have these sacred conversations around fatherhood and what it means to just be a father and how we pour into our children. So that's on September 7th. It begins September 7th. That was a 6-week cohort. So is it me that I'm off? Because September 7th has passed.
Yes.
That's today, too. That's today. All right, wake up, Bathsheba. That's today. All right, so I am clear about this one. Building a Healing Consciousness with Reverend Joel, who will be facilitating this. It's for 8 weeks on Tuesdays beginning September 23rd. What's powerful about this is that it's online and in person, and this is an opportunity to continue to stretch your consciousness and just see what this mysticism and truth is about this spiritual practice that we have. So please join, look at the QR code and invest in it. It's worth it. Our power hour is with our very own Helen Anderson. That will be this Wednesday night. We're all about glow up, rise up, and become deeper in this spiritual practice that we have. So come to our Wednesday night service online. It's very powerful, it's very intimate, and it's a time to just be recharged during the week. So come and get that information and get your glow up. And then we have our 12-step program here at East Bay. So much is taking place. We're here to support our community, and this is one of the ways that we support our community every Friday at 12 o'clock. So if you know anyone that would love to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of it, show up and continue to heal, build, and build community. And then we have a save the date for our very own Reverend Francione, which will be taking place on next Saturday at 4 o'clock at Oakland Center for Spiritual Living at 11 o'clock. I said that wrong. October 4th at 11 o'clock. And we're there to honor this life, this legacy that she has lived, the love that she has poured into East Bay, Oakland Center, and just so many people through her art, her ministry, and everything. And we're looking for volunteers. Thank you, Reverend Dereca. We're looking for volunteers to help to serve, volunteers and practitioners to be present to make sure that this community love is felt for Reverend Francione and her family and all that she's contributed. So if you'll come on out. On October 5th, we have our Reverend Dereca, and we'll be celebrating here in the month of October. So please come out and join us for this Sunday service, which is truly going to be magnificent, just as well as today. And we'll have our choir here. You know what? I have my own notes, and I'm trying to read those notes. And so let me go to, we have our choir that will be a part of the music inspiration, the East Bay Choir will be supporting Reverend Dereca. Okay, and then we have Men's Day. This is happening with Greg Hodge, Reverend Dereca, and Calvin Potts, supporting the ministry for our juvenile justice advocacy. Please come out and support them. We have so many deep, meaningful conversations about ways to support our youth and how we continue to stand for justice when it comes to our juvenile justice. And then we are celebrating, okay, here we go, Reverend Dereca.
I just want to just acknowledge our men's ministry in this moment and just say how important Men's Sunday is. We do it 4 times a year. Thank you to Calvin Potts. KP has just been a stalwart in making sure that we have this ministry visible, that men in our community. So this on that Sunday, October 19th, bring folks who, you know, sometimes people feel like there's only women at church, and this is a time where our men show up in a strong way. Also, thank you to Greg Hodge and the Brotherhood of Elders who have been a partner to us, and he's been here almost all of our men's Sundays. They let me, I might get to say a little something this time because we're working with KP, and he has done this incredible project that he, the Brotherhood of Elders in East Bay, and other partners are bringing forward around youth court in Oakland so that we have an alternative model for what it's like when our young people are facing the juvenile justice system. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about that, some of the great work that Kelvin and his organization have been doing for years, and how East Bay can get more involved in that. It's definitely really exciting. So we look forward to, this is a good time for you to bring somebody if you want them to hear about some of what we do in the world. So thank you, KP. Can we give KP a round of applause? And the men's ministry. Reverend Anthony is around. Oh, there he is. He's right back there, too. All that our men have been doing here for some years. I really appreciate that. I think. And give it up for Bathsheba as pulpit assistant. We appreciate you, sis. You know, I know you coming back into the fold. Bathsheba is in ministerial school, if you didn't know that already. So she is, you know, got a lot of classes and a lot going on. And also I want to acknowledge Reverend Ona, you may have seen in the parking lot, is having a fundraiser. Come on up here, Reverend Ona. Yep, come on. Reverend Ona is having a fundraiser, and it's her ordination. Reverend Ona is getting ordained. And our date is October 11th. So please support her. We want to make sure that East Bay shows up because if you don't know, Reverend Ona has showed up for all of us.
When I first came, she rolled out the red carpet, the purple carpet, the green carpet, all the carpets to make sure that I was well taken care of. And we really appreciate you, Reverend Ona. Reverend Ona is the one, along with Reverend Anthony stepping back there, that shows up at the hospital, at the funeral, and for our unhoused. And now she's showing up as a fundraiser for Haiti. So make sure that she's turned her. I keep saying, Reverend Ona, don't even say that it's your ordination on there. People want to come and celebrate you. And she's like, it's a fundraiser for a great organization to work in Haiti. But that's her heart. That's who she is. That's how she shows up. So please show up for her on October 11th. I'm going to be in 2 places at one time, so I'm going to figure that out, Reverend Ona, because you know I love you. And there's COSA is here. Are they still here? The Committee on South African Solidarity, COSAS, is having an event also here in October. And thank you to Brother Amar, who brought them to and Sister Maria, who brought them to our attention. We're excited to be partnering with them, another amazing organization. Yes, yes. All right, I think we got through all the slides. Yes, yay, thank you, Bathsheba. I know, it's a lot of slides, a lot going on at East Bay. But thank you for being a place where a lot is going on. Because it's because of you and your commitment to all of these topics and all of these issues that we do this work. And so now I think it's our time for prayer. So practitioners, if you want to come forward, practitioners who are available for prayer after service, please don't leave here with something on your heart that you could use prayer for. We have classes and we have sessions, but right here, right now in this room, there are beautiful folks who have worked hard to get a license just to be able to come and sit with you. Now, they're not going to do the hour conversation, but they will do what we call laser prayer after service. So practitioners, if you'll come forward, and anyone needing prayer, you can just follow these folks into the back there. And we want you to have prayer. It's the most important thing we do. We love the singing, we love the preaching, we love all that, but prayer is the most important thing we do. So please, if you haven't ever done it, or if there's something on your heart that you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this week, these are the people to talk to. They can know the truth for you.
Okay, thank you, Reverend Dereca. So one of the things that I think is so important to share right now, as she mentioned, Reverend Ona, Reverend Francione, so many of us in ministerial school, Reverend Anthony, is that Reverend E really planted a seed within the soul of so many of us. And what she planted was that this seed that's in each and every one of us, we are a ministry. We're ministries in our families. We're in ministry with our jobs. We're in ministries with our friends. We are a ministry. And so before we close, I would just like you to just hold on to that thought of you as a minister of love. And how we take this love that we have talked about today, this love that we have been hearing about from Assada, Shakur, to all those who have just loved big. What's your commitment for love this week? What are you committed to just pour some love on wherever you are, whoever you're around, and not look for the results, but to just know you poured the love there? So we'll close in this benediction just recognizing what an awesome time we've had. We end this service from a place of just deep gratitude, knowing that the very first thing that each and every one of us heard was, I love you. And that same love is the love that we carry with us. It is the love that we are. And that we allow this love to just saturate us from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet, and that we just be that love wherever we are this week. Whatever we're doing, we're love. We're giving thanks for love through song, through prayer, through the word today, and through you being present here at East Bay. May this love continue to just germinate, have its way as you, for you, through you. And as we move out of this service into our communities to wherever you go, may this light of love shine. I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank God for you. Have a fantastic Sunday. Be in love.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, can you feel the love? Willingly, we risk it all. Tell me, can you feel the love? I know one day we gon' have just what we're living for, just what we've been living for. They can't take this love from us. They can't take this love from us. It's deeper than they know. Yes, it's deeper than they know. And my soul
has no limitations.
My life is priceless.
And my
Faith is endless.
And I believe in truth.
I believe in truth.
As long as justice escapes us, we live for the.
No, we keep holding on. We keep pushing on.
Let me tell you now.
I know one day we gon' make it. I know one day we gon' have just what we're living for. Just what we've been living for. They can't take this love from us. They can't take this love from us. It's deeper than they know. Yes, it's deeper than they know.
They got me falling now.
Falling for the thrill. Tell me, can you feel the love? Willingly, we risk it all. Tell me, can you feel the love? Yeah, we're falling for the thrill. Tell me, can you feel the love? Yeah. Oh, and willingly, we risk it all. Tell me, can